Back tonight on Wyoming SportsLine, I'm Jared Anderson. It is our pleasure to go to the phone now and bring in a guest, as we do almost every night on Wyoming SportsLine. And tonight we have the pleasure of going to Natrona County High School, where boys basketball coach Shawn Gillum joins us, head coach of the state 4A champion Natrona Mustangs. Coach Gillum, Shawn, thanks so much for taking some time out of your day. First of all, what does the state championship mean to you personally and for your team?
You know, it's just an affirmation of our kids' commitment and dedication to each other, and willingness to sacrifice for the team. So it was really a great season, a great bunch of kids who really cared about the big picture and being a part of something bigger than themselves.
Natrona is a school with a lot of pride. I've been able to cover high school sports in Wyoming for quite a while now, and a lot of people kind of point to football when they think of NC athletics, but it seems like there's just a ton of great programs with boys basketball included.
Yeah, there really is. It's a great situation to be in as a coach, because our boys programs all just really support and help each other, and we really buy into a three-sport athlete philosophy across our programs, and kids really do a good job of getting into those situations and learning how to compete and learning how to sacrifice for each other, and realizing that in some sports they may not be their strengths, but that they've got a lot that they can give to each other and to the team.
What was the reaction kind of like when you and your kids went back to school on that Monday?
Yeah, it was a great feeling. We've got just a great community at our school, and the chance for our kids to get to parade through the halls with the marching band leading them through, and all of the students and faculty and staff out in the hallways just celebrating with them was really neat experience for our guys.
Kind of take us through that state championship game in particular, if you don't mind. Tough contest against the Gillette team that eliminated you guys from the playoffs last year. 3-point game, looked intense. Was it as intense on the sideline as it looked on paper?
Oh yeah, anytime you get to play against a team like Gillette, you know you're gonna be battling, because they've got such a great tradition, and they're so well coached that you know you're going to be in a battle, and at no point do you feel safe there, because you know those guys can shoot the ball well, and they're going to play their hearts out, and so you just knew every possession was really going to matter, and I thought our boys did a real great job of trying to limit their looks and limit their opportunities to get open shots and do what they wanted to do, and come down and get good possessions on our end.
And overall, what was it like to coach in 4A basketball this year? It seemed like there was so much parity. There were so many competitive teams that you just couldn't take a night off against anybody.
No, you really couldn't. It was probably the strangest year ever in that regard, because everybody had guys who were good, and on any given night, just about any team could beat any other. And so it was a real challenge that way. A lot of fun that way, in that those kids and coaches all kind of learned that you had to respect every single team, because the gap wasn't much between top teams and bottom teams.
And specifically, you had a fierce rivalry again this year with Kelly Walsh. What was it like to go back and forth with the Trojans and then kind of have the satisfaction of knocking them off in the semis when it counted the most?
Oh, it was a great experience for us, and they've got just some tremendous kids, and in our community with the schools of choice, our NC guys have grown up with those Kelly Walsh guys. Some of them same elementary schools or same middle schools as each other. So there were a lot of relationships there, and a lot of respect across the board both ways. And so it was a lot of fun. It's always fun to compete against your friends and your brothers, and end up on top.
Again, we're talking with Shawn Gillum, head coach of the Natrona County boys basketball team. He won a Class 4A state championship. Shawn, looking back to the first week of practice, did you kind of have a feeling about this team? Did you believe that they could win a state championship?
You know, we really felt good about them, because their skill level and their commitment for all 4 years throughout the summer just was really, really impressive. But even more than basketball ability-wise, I think the thing that's special about these guys is how they show up every day willing to put the sweat and the sacrifice in, and they just care so much about each other that we didn't have guys who were worried about their own points or their own stats. They just were worried about their teammates more than themselves and just the overall team picture. And so when you get a group like that, you know you have something really special because they're going to be committed and buy into the things that you're trying to get them to do to be successful.
You kind of touched on my next question, but so many of us in the media around the state like to focus on what the kids are doing on the court, but can you kind of elaborate on what this group is like off the court? Is it a good bunch of kids?
Oh, it's just a great bunch of kids. They're academic all-stars, all of them honor roll kids. They're multi-sport athletes, so they stay real busy in everything they're doing, and they just love each other, and they just love to hang out with each other. And most weekends they're at one parent or the other parent's house as a group, and they're sleeping over with 12 guys there and playing video games and just competing with each other and just loving to be around each other. So it's a real special group. Super Bowl Sunday, they were posting pictures of all 12 or 14 of them at the same house watching Super Bowl, and they just really have a special bond.
Finally, for you, Coach. Coaches hate this part, I know, especially with the season just wrapping up, and I don't blame you. But looking ahead to next year, what are you looking for your team next year? Is there a chance to repeat, and what do you work on right now with this school season still underway?
Oh, excellent! Yeah, we feel good about our kids coming in next year. With us having 10 seniors this year, obviously our younger guys didn't get a lot of varsity experience, but what they did get was a chance to really be playing with the guys that they'll be playing with, and getting a sense of that team commitment and bonding that's so important. And so we're excited about our group next year. It's a very much different group than this year. Next year we've got tennis players and golfers instead of football players, but it's a group that can really shoot the ball pretty well, and having to compete against these guys all year long, I think really has helped them develop a lot more toughness and respect for how we like to play defense and rebound here at Natrona. And so we think it's going to be a really exciting group.
Coach, really appreciate the time. Congratulations on the state championship, and hopefully we can catch up here shortly down the road.
Hey, thank you very much, and we appreciate your coverage.
He's Natrona County High School boys basketball coach Shawn Gillum. We appreciate him joining us. Congratulations to the Natrona County Mustangs for winning a 4A boys basketball championship. All of our interviews posted to this station's website in case you miss any of them. We'll take a look at some regional and national headlines right after this.